Okay, record this. And okay, so if I have, let me just sketch out like I'll do. So you're doing a kitchen, right, Donica?
Yes, I think at least one will be a kitchen.
Okay. So if we do like we can do this like ball. Like a window here, countertop, sink. Island. Let's see. I think I might want to. I don't want the island to crowd it. Let me just try the island out like this way. Seems just too far away. Just push it in a little bit. Okay. Sink in the window. We need more space. Okay. Well, maybe we'll have like a open to like another room this way. Something tall there. Okay. Some bar stools. Level change, and we could have a. Make that bigger. Yeah. Up top here. Something. Okay. Where do you want your refrigerator? Like here? Maybe? Corners are always awkward, but they're in every kitchen. Okay. All right. So there, and if you wanted to do an elevation like of the wall, with the windows, and if you have that, yeah, so you can use gridded paper for this, so you can just decide that you've got countertop height. You can just say the refrigerator is up here. If this is high level, your refrigerator, depending on which specific model it is. I mean, 6 feet is plenty tall for a refrigerator, but some of them depends. Some of them get big.
Should we look up specific furniture, appliances,
Yes.
finishes?
Yes. I think the more you look at, the better. Like if you wanted to do like I want you to do three feature drawings of furniture, or like different like furniture, appliances, or lighting. So you could say that like the feature drawings will be your refrigerator, bar stool, and pendant light. Which would be maybe like right over the center.
Would you include the pendant lights on the floor plan, even though usually it's like an
No, I mean they would
lighting?
belong in a they would belong in a ceiling plan.
Yeah, that's why I'm asking.
No, I'm just trying to think of where they're at.
Okay.
I know that's wrong, but yeah. So you would look up. So like the refrigerator, bar stool, and pendant light. Those are specific things you should look up in terms of what they are. And then you have the you'll want details of like the cabinets. Just in it's I think first and foremost it's a drawing assignment, but once you do this, it's kind of hard not to um, include that other stuff, especially if you're going to be doing some like shading and marker rendering. You kind of need to know what your surfaces are going to be like.
So for feature drawing, we can do like it could be a faucet, it could be a sink, it could be a vent hood or
Yes.
whatever is interesting.
Yes. And
but not like a detail of a tile or a cabinet or something like that.
Well, I'd like it to be in perspective.
Okay.
So, something like, I mean, certain things like, if you were doing the sink, and like the sink hardware, like the faucet hardware, in the perspective drawing, it's going to be really small. So, drawing it out in like a larger, detailed, perspective drawing would be a good idea. So,
Okay.
Hi, Wendy. All right.
Sorry I'm late. It was a work issue.
Oh, that's all right. We're just going over like a demo of like what the, like what the floor, like just floor plan elevation. I'll look at this and do perspective. So Danica had asked about using gridded paper for the plan and elevation to help with scale, and you may use gridded paper. So here, that should be there This is going to be like 30. So here, if I'm working out like here's the horizon line is like here in the elevation. So this is plan. Window, I'm going to have like, if I have this right underneath the floor plan, I could just bring stuff straight down like that. 4.5 feet off the floor is the bottom of the cabinet. If like a wall cabinet, if I do like a window here, you know, if the cabinet is like maybe like up, some of them get up to like, might get up to like 7 feet for the top of the cabinet. Let's see. Yeah, there are. I would just, you can use standard measurements for like in terms of like the height of the wall cabinet.
But we can do also like cabinets that go up to the ceiling if we
Yes.
don't like that space.
You can, yes, you can do you can do custom all the way up. You can just like close this off up to the ceiling because, yeah, that's a, you know, it's if you've ever gone up and looked on top of your kitchen cabinets, it's ugly. So, right. And like up here, if you've got like, I mean, you might, break this up with just like, you know, instead of having just like door, you might have, well, I guess you could have like microwave oven. Where are we going to have? We've got our triangle here. Not sure where I would put my microwave. It seems like it might want to go there, but it might be better in like somewhere in that triangle. So let's say like here. There. Okay, high level, exterior. Can be very abbreviated with whatever's outside the window. If you have like a window treatment, you can just do like a raised blind up there. Okay. You've got like a farm sink with the apron that comes over the front. You can do that, but then that's going to kill your under sink cabinets. So maybe not. Right. And Wendy, what we're doing a wall elevation. I'm not including the island in the elevation just because we'll have a perspective drawing. We really don't need to do this like elevation with like stuff in front of the wall. So wall elevation. Okay, how does this look to you? Just as a like sketched out, like figuring out what I'm doing.
Oh, it looks good.
Yeah. So this is the way, to me, this is the way freehand sketching is useful in practice, where you could have a conversation with someone about what they want, in a design, and you could just sketch it out, and it would start out looking like this. If you needed to go do it in AutoCAD, this gives you an idea of what you're doing in AutoCAD. If you've got no idea, AutoCAD is not a very good format for just, trying stuff, because it takes
Yeah.
time to build stuff. So this is where you take time to like work it out before you go to make a resolved drawing. And this is like the way I've drawn this out. It needs to be understandable to me if I'm the one making the drawing. And then at some point, if you are talking to someone about, like, you're talking to a client about what they want and where they want it to be, like, do you want this? Like, you've got this open to like a dining area. What do you want closer? Right? Like, what should be closest? I think I might. I'm not sure if I love the refrigerator right there, but I'm going to leave it there for the moment because this is a sketch. So, and a sketch like this, your first idea, you might do this and just decide like, no, this is all wrong, and then you change it. Like maybe you want the island turned the other way. So, and all that also would depend on like what's out. Like what's here? Is this like maybe I'll make this interesting and just say we've got like windows. Like this is just like a big wall of windows that look to the outside. And maybe you would want this island over here. Or turn it this way so that the cooktop is on this side. But then like you've got, you want space like so you can move around it, but you don't necessarily want it to be like too much. You don't necessarily want too much space. You want it to be efficient if you can. Okay, so here, yeah, this is pretty good. So I think if I clean this up a little bit, I could do this. But I think maybe what I'll do is work on do like an X for the side of the refrigerator. So, Danica, what color do we want the cabinets to be? Light or dark?
It can be like a wood,
Okay.
but kind of like a lighter or like oak.
Okay. Yeah. So like a light
or walnut. I don't know.
Light wood, oak, maple,
Sure.
maple or birch. Those are light woods. Maple's a nice wood. Okay. So in which case, so like here, I'll do this. So I'm going to put some like shading and color on it. And I'm going to leave my cabinets the height they are since I already drew them at this height. So here, you might even out here do like here I have 4.5 feet, 3 feet, 7 feet. So I've got like sketch out like what how high this is. This might give me like 9 feet for my ceiling up here. Okay. I'm gonna maybe clean it up a little bit so I want to watch out from having too much graphite, because if I'm using light markers with soft graphite, the graphite will darken it. So I don't want to clean it up. Don't clean it up and refine it too much, because then it's going to lose its quality as a sketch. There's thickness to the countertop. Get rid of that. Maybe I'll have this like just come over a little bit. And then faucet hardware. Whoop. Okay. Okay. No, and even like in the elevation, you want to remember like to put in like a toe kick at the base of your cabinet. So if your bottom is there, there'll just be an extra little space so you don't bring it all the way to the floor. Just remember there should be a little toe kick space underneath everything. It's a very important feature. Okay. This is not bad. It's a little crooked at the base here. I think I might just improve that a little bit. It's better. Yeah. And, practicing drawing long, straight lines, I'll just like try to hold the pencil really firm and just move my arm. Like resting my hand on the paper so that I can help me keep it consistent. So that's like, long lines, or if I'm coming like a vertical line, if I'm pulling it down, just hold the pencil tight and just, I'm moving my whole arm, I'm bringing my hand in toward my body. Okay. Light cabinets. I've got a warm gray here. A boatload of other things. I've got this color. I think I'm going to have to do that like here. I'll do it up here. That might be a little too peachy. So maybe so. In Danica, is this too dark? Any of them too dark, too light?
I mean, it doesn't. I'm probably not gonna do those. I'm gonna do a different color. I just wanted to see how light wood would look.
I think that's, well, it's a good challenge. I like it. I enjoy it when I'm asked to draw something specific, because it's a good challenge for me, and it's also good for you to see how I figure out how to do it. Because
I
that's,
think if you combine them,
yeah,
it may
okay. So
it would work.
yeah, because I also want and I have like
Also, wood has a grain, right? It's like not all the same color.
right. So it'll be like all right. Well, let's see the E30. So I could just start this like here. And see what the graphite does. It just gets mixed in there. and do like a zigzag.
And if you wanted a door that has like a horizontal wood grain, you would do it the opposite way, right?
Yes. Yes, oh, yeah, so I do have to remember there should be drawers here. I mean, I think in general I would want to keep the wood grain going in the same direction, although, yeah. Okay. I'm going to take that X off the refrigerator because I want to do a little stain, just to suggest a little bit of stainless. Sure, that's probably fine. Maybe. Oops. I'll grab something here. I think here I need to show the bottom of this refrigerator. Probably also the door right there. That's not very clear. Yeah, I think probably something more like that. Let it fade up from the top. So that's good enough for now. Yeah, I'll need like grab like instead of black, I think I'm going to use a brown pencil. Okay. Okay. And something out there. I've got like up here, if I have like a just like neutral wall color above the cabinets, I think I'll just sketch something in there. And maybe I have some backsplash tile that is bluish. I think pencil by itself tends not to look all that hot, but if you add, if you do like the pencil and some gray marker, like really light gray marker. Where's my M1? How did you go? All right, so of all, I've got one marker that's just not really here. Try this with the blend. Oh no, I'll use the this one. I'll use the Trio blender. This one's good. So blending a blending marker. So here, you wouldn't necessarily need to add detail of like if this is like a tile, you might just, maybe you could do like a, okay. That's actually not too bad. In this for microwave oven here, I think I'm going to have to be a little bit more decisive about what's happening here. Let's throw that brown pencil too. Do like spruce there. Okay. All right. What do you think of that? Decent?
Very nice.
Potentially acceptable? I mean, so here you can get into like, I think I can make it look darker toward the floor. I also want to get this in solid. Darker toward the ceiling, but if you let it dry, then you can do another layer. And give it a little bit of like a, the appearance of the surface. Oops, right there. Yeah. So this is, I think now that I've done this and I left all this pencil, I think it would have been nice to like lighten some of the pencil more, because the soft graphite is nice. I'm using the softer graphite so that it shows up better on the for you. But I think a lighter graphite would be a better, like an HB or a B graphite would be better, so that you don't have this like this really soft graphite is what I used to draw this with, and the stuff smudges like crazy, which is really good at times, but if I want to keep my drawing neater, I wouldn't use it. I'd use something harder. So yeah, so there's yeah, that's like a sketch elevation with color. And I think I might go in more with like maybe like a little like darker blue. Or like a little bit of detail. like that. Yeah, it's sometimes it can be surprising how just a little bit will go a long way to making it look like it's real or realistic. Okay, that's just a gray colored pencil up there to darken the wall above the cabinets. Good?
If you haven't used like a blue marker, would you say that we could just achieve a blue with a colored pencil and a gray marker?
Yes. Yes, you could. And especially if you're only going to use a little bit of it, I think it would be better. You don't necessarily need to go out and buy one. You can use the, like here with this blue. You can see like the blue, colored pencil always looks like colored pencil, which makes it hard to create the illusion of like a surface in interior design. But if you have that blue, and like this is a blending marker, it'll like kind of like smudge it and kind of like pick it up in the with like just like this, like whatever is just like the medium for the marker, and turn it into a more solid area. So I think having like a couple of blending markers is kind of nice. Or if you have one blender and you buy a refill of just like the blender ink, which has just got no color in it, that can be very helpful. But I find that my other one, like this, the other, like I've got a Copic colorless blender, and it's nice to have two blending markers, because if you like the marker nibs will get stained, and it's like you can like take the marker and like draw it out like there and clear that stuff off of there. But sometimes it starts to get stained, and can be nice to have more than one. But for starters, if you have a blend like the colorless blender of any brand, it's nice to have. So there.
Are those cabinets flat or shaker?
Are they flat
Like-
or what?
Like the doors, are they shaker or are they flat? Or should we suggest?
Oh, they're flat.
Oh, no.
With elevations, you'll often see that they leave the hardware off,
Okay.
because elevations are like it's kind of a small detail. You could decide like you're going to have like I mean, you can just put something a little thing there to just show like that the hardware, that's like a hardware here. But that's where like if you look up a style of cabinet, then it'll tell you, it'll give you what your hardware is. But I think that just the suggestion of the hardware is enough. And the hardware can be like a design element where it's just like this, like a little point of dark in that light value. So okay. All right. I'm going to stop the recording for the moment.